Hey everybody, welcome back to another awesome episode of Spotlight on Amputee series. It don't really look like anybody's in here just yet, but we'll have some people rolling in. Um, this season is drawing to a close. We're, wrapping things up. So, as the year has drawn to an end, I'm super proud of this thing, man. We've, worked our butts off on it, scheduling guests and that kind of thing. In 2024 alone, we've had two seasons that I would call a success. Definitely people have seemed to enjoy it, and you guys have came and asked questions and got involved and that kind of thing. And to me, that's massive. That'll always be huge. I can't thank you guys enough for just coming and being a part of everything, and it again shows that we're doing something right. We're moving in the right direction to try and help people with dealing with their new normal. So with that, I've had several people ask me in particular. The show has never really been about me. This whole channel is the channel is based around my life, motivated one legger. You know, well, I've never really thought about doing an interview of myself on here, and I had other people hitting me up, and they were saying, hey, when are you going to do one? We want to know more about your life. So this is a perfect platform. Get out there and do it. Do an interview yourself. So I was like, okay, I thought that was something that you don't really do, but hey, I mean, if you guys wanted to know the people that have sent me emails and that kind of stuff, messages on Instagram, that kind of thing, then here you go. So you guys will basically be learning a lot about myself tonight. Now, I want to say hey to everybody that's coming in, because you guys are absolutely awesome for just being here this early, and I hope you guys hang out with us. Deerfield, good seeing you, brother. Backwoods 3030, my man. Miss Christy Yant, hello, my dear. Jeff Bice, how you doing, my man? Let's see. That 815 guy, what's up, brother? Scrolling down. Kay, I'm here. Always good seeing you. All right, the Red Fox, what's up, brother? All right. So, I had a guest that came on this season, on season 2. And you guys really, really seemed to like her, and thought you guys that, you thought she was really, really cool. I had a lot of people hit me up and was just like, y'all need to do something together and that kind of thing. So whenever it came time to actually look for an interviewer for me, because I didn't really want to just sit up here and just talk about myself. Hey, Nitro, how you doing? I didn't really want to just sit up here and talk about myself. Nobody really wants to do that or see that. So what I did was I started reaching out and thinking in my head, and I was like, who can I get to be an awesome interviewer? Somebody that's lively and has, that spirit. Somebody that's definitely been an amputee for a long time. And I thought I would just reach out to none other than my friend, Miss Tammy Conlon.
Hi, guys.
How you doing?
It is so good to be back.
Absolutely. Glad to see you. Glad to see you. What's up, Pyro? How you doing, brother? All right. Well, like I was telling everybody else, I reached out to you because, for one, you've been an amputee for a long time, like a long, long time. So, you have a lot more experience in this kind of thing, kind of like what we were talking about beforehand. And, I thought you'd just be awesome to come on again and hang out with us and ask me questions this time. So, by all means, take it away, my friend.
Okay. Well, I'm going to try my darndest.
You'll do great. Don't worry about it.
So let's see. I'm going to start out with, I've got lots of family and support and friends and stuff like that. But I have found recently from some things I've been reading online that a lot of people have family that don't understand. What does your family take away from this? Like your extended family too. How do they interact with you and when your leg is on or off?
My younger nieces and nephews, they definitely kind of look at it like, what in the world? Because they've seen me with my leg before, and like, both legs. And it freaked them out, I think, at first. but now it's kind of just became a normal thing, and nobody really, pays attention to it more or less. Not that they don't care or anything like that. They just, I don't know. It's at first it was very, excuse me, very caring and understanding and supportive and wanting to help out and be a part of things, and that was great, and try to be as understanding as possible because they don't really, unless you've lived this, you don't really get it. And I think that was a big thing with them was, they understood that, but yet they were trying to be as understanding as possible. And that was both immediate family and, my brother and nephews and that kind of stuff as well.
Did you come up with any ideas of like how to like ease them into it or anything like that?
Well, my brother was there the day that I first lost my leg when I was below the knee. And he was actually in the hospital with me and kind of seen, or not, he wasn't like on the whole ride. They just came to visit me. And so he's kind of seen this whole journey kind of unfold. And he's been super, super supportive, like very, very supportive, as well as my other family.
Good. That's awesome. Do you have any suggestions for anybody? Like, so for example, just a little bit of, about my share for that. I had a niece who was terrified. And
Really?
I brought out markers and I let her draw on my stump. And she thought that was the best thing. And she wanted me to come over and she's like, take it off. I want to draw. So that's my suggestion if you have a young one who's terrified.
Yeah, just get creative with it. Same thing. I'll always just like, if there's kids that are curious, I mean, it's like you said in your interview was, people are going to stare. That's just the way it is. It's something different for them. It's something new. They don't understand it. So naturally, what do we do as humans? We stare. That's just kind of the way it is.
We are a curious bunch.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've let a lot of kids, like, it's just like, you can hit it, like, knock on it. Like, feel it, it's fine, and I think if you can, like, feel that it's an actual, like feel what it actually feels like, it kind of sets their mind at ease, and they're kind of just like, whoa, that's cool. I have, like, a plastic guard on the front of mine, and if you knock on it, it's just like, tap, 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 and they'll knock on that, and it's just like, see, ain't that cool? And they're like, whoa. So I try to educate as much as possible, as far as, like, helping, like, if you're going to look at it, then I'm going to tell you about it, That's just the way it is.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah, and kids especially.
Especially the kids. I mean, the parents, that's their own ignorance, but kids are, they're just curious.
Yeah. I always tell kids I didn't eat my veggies.
I was going to say, have you come up with many excuses for it?
Well, yeah, I didn't eat my veggies. Of course, we all get, thank you for your service. And, we all get that, but that always makes you feel awkward.
It does.
With adults, I don't really spend a whole lot of time explaining what happened, and because that's a lot to go through, it's just like, how much time you got, man? Because we're going to be here a while if I try to go through the whole scenario. So with them, basically, I just said, I have a blood clotting disorder that caused me to lose my leg. And a lot of people are like, oh, wow, okay. And they generally will just leave it at that. Like, they don't really talk, go on about it too much. So,
well, that's, I'm glad that it's been easy for you, because I know for some out there it's not, even to like somewhat talk about. So the fact that you are willing to share and educate is amazing. And, others shouldn't fear doing that either, because a lot of people are just ignorant, and we fear ignorance, unfortunately. But
you're exactly right. Ignorance is, yeah. I mean, ask questions. It's not going to offend us. You just ask questions. Simply that. Just ask a question. I'd rather you ask questions than just stare at me.
Right.
Like,
exactly.
What is that? It's like, well, here, let me show you.
Have you thought of any, like, have you, with the actual leg, the look of the leg, what is the, components of that are like special to you? Like I have a joint ankle that moves back and forth. What does your leg look like?
My thing that I really, really love about mine is I have what's called the College Park Capital Knee, and it's got 3 different settings on it. I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but on this back part right here, it's got like you slide it down
Oh, wow.
and it'll like give way. Like, I don't know. Yeah, you can't really see it with the green screen, but yeah, it kind of gives way
Oh, that's awesome.
like that. Well, let's see. I was trying to show, but yeah. So I really, really do like this knee, like a whole lot. Like I said, it's got 3 different settings where it'll basically just give out like like it is now. Where did it go? There we go. I think we had it just a second ago.
That's
But
great.
yeah, it'll bend, and then like I said, it has another setting back here for like actually walking, and that will bend like when you bend the toe and that kind of stuff. So when I push down on the toe, it will kind of engage that. And then this one right here is just straight up locked like a peg leg. Like it ain't going anywhere. And then I've got a completely adjustable socket.
That's awesome.
So let's see if I can get that in the screen. Yeah, there we go. So
Do you ever decorate it like, different fabrics, or do you like the more sleek,
with
kind of
this
robot
one you
look?
can't, because it's like a molded plastic. So there's not really much options to do that kind of stuff. So not really. I mean, like I said, my channel and me are sponsored by Vans, so I have that on there. I
Oh
don't know if you
yeah,
can see that
I'm
or not,
supposed to
but
still get that from you.
huh?
I said I'm supposed to still get that recommendation from you.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But yeah, and I'm sorry that's not showing up too good, but there's videos on my channel of like actually me going to get my leg the day we went and got it. So, that's pretty cool.
How do
But
you What do you think about the whole like I was reading that they've come out with a magnetic one now, and it's for primarily above the knees. I don't know if you've even heard of that.
that's what mine is.
Yours is a magnetic.
Yeah,
I think that
yeah.
is fantastic.
Let's see.
No
Yeah,
locking
that right
pin.
there. That's a
That
big
is so
magnet.
easy.
Yeah.
How do you like it?
Oh, it's awesome. I was trying to find something that was metal, which I don't think I have anything right here.
Because
Oh
I
yeah, there we
was,
go.
I was told it's not the best for below the knee because of the way you can, like, you know. That is great.
But yeah, it's pretty much just like sticks on there. So, but yeah. Um, let's see. I don't know if we can see or not, but maybe I can show you. Yeah, see that right
Oh
there?
yeah,
Down inside there.
that's
That big
awesome to
metal.
actually see it. Instead of read it in a book.
Yeah, yeah. That right there, and then say you put your leg, on your in your sleeve or in your liner, and then
And then it
let's
just
see.
suctions in there because it's a
Let's see.
plus and negative magnetic. So that's amazing.
Trying to see if I can show you a little bit better. I can't. It ain't working.
That
But
green screen's doing you no favors.
it's not. It's not. Tell you what we'll do. Hold on one second. Let's see. It's that gray. There we go. Now, you'll hear it like. There it goes. Did you hear that
Is there
plop?
a
Huh?
release button or anything?
Do what?
Is there a release button or anything, or does it just you just pull it off, pull it
No, you
out?
just pull it out.
Huh.
But yeah,
I'd be
when you
worried
put
it'd fall off
put
and
your
I'd fall
liner on
over.
like you always do, and then put that in there and like slide your leg down, and you'll hear it. Boom! There you go. And at that point, I mean, it ain't coming out of there. But with the thing about these though is you will pull this off trying to get your leg off. Like if your leg's sweaty and you're just like trying, oh, I'm
Oh,
gonna sit down and take my leg off real quick and just kind of take a rest for a minute. What'll happen is you will slide out of this
yeah, it
because
just
that
goes.
magnet is strong and you just go like right out of it. So keep that in mind. And I got the oh sure foot. Oh, sorry, not supposed to see that. They're not Vans.
All right, I gotta know. Are you one of those that takes off your shoes when you go in the house? Like if you have to have, do you change your shoes out often, or are you one of those that just kind of leaves one on and just goes with it?
Um, well, what I want to do right now to answer the question, yes, I do wear my shoes in the house. But what I want to do is because I do have another foot sitting over here, I want to have that one like a pylon made for that one. So when I do come in the house, I can just unscrew my foot and stick another one on that doesn't have a shoe on it. I mean, I have the foot, why not use it, So, but yeah, I think I want to do that because I do have like the my below knee still. And that foot right there, I mean, it's still a good foot. There's nothing wrong with it.
No?
So if I can take that and just, remove it, put it onto my other foot, I mean, my other leg sitting over here, hey, why not?
Do you do a lot of your own mechanical work with it?
I do.
How
Yeah,
does your
I work on my
prosthetic
leg. Huh?
like feel about that?
Um, well, I mean, I have like a laser and stuff that I can go off of. Like, you just drop it down and like a level kind of thing. And if you can go off that, basically it's just like going off a string or something and getting everything aligned right. And, standing in the mirror and knowing how to adjust things left to right and that kind of deal. I mean, I've taken it in before and they've been like, damn, this was good job, man. It's like that's crazy.
That's pretty impressive. I couldn't even begin to start to try to tinker with my own.
Yeah. And you're below the knee too, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. So that's, yeah. Oh, hang on. I got legs falling over. There we go. Hold on. Deerfield asked something here. Let's see. Oh, no, never mind. They're talking about something else.
Do you use any sort of like, do you find like when you're sweating and stuff like that, do you use any sort of product that seems to help?
I don't. I really don't. Just, I mean, like a washcloth, basically. Just carry that with me. Every so often, just like slip off to the bathroom or something, slide your leg off. I mean, and your liner and everything. Wipe it down, wipe out your liner real good, put it back on. And that's kind of, because I've tried powders and stuff like that, what is it? That monkey butt powder or whatever. It's you can get it like Home Depot. It's like really good stuff. Like construction workers and stuff know what it's called. It's just got a funny name, but that stuff works pretty good. Baby powder just basically turns into like paste, more or less.
Right.
Like it's useless. So, but no, I don't really use any kind of barrier powders or anything like that. Because with this one, it would almost make it slip off. I got to have it as tight as possible,
So you don't wear any of the sweat socks or anything like that, which I mean, I can't wear them, but
Mm-mm.
yeah.
No, not at all. It's just straight liner into the leg. Because I have that boa system on the side, so I can just make it as tight as I want it.
Oh, okay. I tried that. It did not work for me.
No?
No,
This
I
one right
couldn't
here,
get
it's like a whole
comfortable in it.
setup. It's a socketless socket. So mine doesn't like sink down into a suction or anything like that. No lanyard, no nothing. It has that magnet. That magnet sucks up on there, and it basically has this material where it's pushing down. It's like a carpet, but it's all pushing down. If you rub your hand down, it's like real smooth, but as soon as you pull your hand back up, it's like really, really rough. And that magnet is what holds your leg on with sheer force also from the boa system.
Now, did your insurance like fight you on that, or was that just like, because I know
No,
like the basic leg insurance covers not a problem, but you start throwing
no,
in special stuff and it's, you know,
yeah, no. We had such a hard time getting a good fit that my doctor, because we went through socket after socket after. I mean, I've got this socket sitting over here next to me that I'm not going to get them all out, but we had a hell of a time getting a really, really good fit. Like I'd be good for like a month, and then it would be just, you're back to playing the sock game. It's just like layer upon layer upon layer, and as well as I do, you start getting real unstable, real kind of wobbly. The more layers you start adding, the less stable you get.
right?
And
And
with
the
a
hotter it
baloney,
gets.
it's way worse. It's way worse because you're kind of doing this weird, like, shifting to the side kind of thing when every time you take a step, and I hated that. But they fought and fought and fought, and they were like, look, this socket right here is going to cover doing 4 more sockets, so we might as well go with this one right here that's super expensive, but it's either that or keep building sockets.
Right.
So they decided on going with that one. And my prosthetist, he was just like, well, even though it's not something we built, I tend to agree with you.
Now, you said you have kids, right?
I do, yeah. We also
Okay.
have one on the way, too.
Okay. Well, Christy actually asked a pretty good question. I don't know if it was to you or not, but it is a good question.
Let's see.
Um, was your daughter born before or after, and were you ever afraid to carry her before?
Um, yes, my daughter was born after I lost my leg. She was born in 2017, and I lost my leg. Well, no, let me see here. Yeah, I lost my leg a year after. So she doesn't really know me with 2 legs at all. Our child that we have coming is definitely not. She'll never know her father with 2 legs ever. So that'll be different and kind of cool. But I think it's really healthy for kids to grow up with parents that have limb difference. Because
Have
it's
they tried
something
to
they
hide it on
always
you
see.
yet?
Say again.
Have they tried to hide it on you yet?
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, yeah. If she don't want me to leave or something like that, then yeah, absolutely. Yeah, 100%.
My kids would do something bad and they'd like make sure I couldn't find my leg so I couldn't get up right away.
Does the cold affect the ability of wearing it? I'm sorry, we can highlight questions too. I
Yeah.
apologize. Um, to me, it does. I mean, I don't know about Miss Tammy, but to me, yeah, it definitely does for sure. You shrink a lot more in the cold, like 100%.
I find mine fits better in cold.
Really? See,
Yeah,
there you
because
go. That's what I'm saying.
because the heat I sweat so bad that it like loosens itself and then I'm having to readjust it a lot. In the cold, I find I don't have that issue. So
Okay. Well, there you go. Yeah, I mean, that's true because you don't sweat as much. So, hey, I mean, it is a good trade off, but yeah, there you go. That's what he said, MOL. What?
I was curious if you'd be nervous carrying the newborn or the new baby is what Christy asked. Sorry,
No,
Christy. Huh.
no, not at all. Not at all. No way. It shrinks when it gets cold. Uh, why you got to take it there, man? I mean, come
Right.
on.
We all know that when it gets cold, no.
All right. Well, I want to thank Tammy for coming on tonight, and I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Well,
But
and on that note,
but no, I'm not. I'm not scared to hold our baby at all, by any stretch of the imagination. Because I mean, I carry a lot of heavy stuff. And I mean, obviously, I'm not going to be trying to carry, he or she without my crutches or something like that. That's not going to make any sense. I'm going to always have to have my leg on. So I've been wearing my leg a lot more just to kind of get myself kind of reacclimated to doing that. Because I get around in my forearm crutches a lot, especially if I'm just like going to run to the store or something. I'll grab those and away I go. So I'm getting used to like just waking up, putting my leg on and going, taking my leg off and going to bed. You know, well, I mean, bathing and stuff like that, obviously, but you know, using it 100% of the time is what I've been trying to do here lately because of that simple reason alone. Because let's face it, whenever we get home, it's not like moms are just ready to go and they're fired up like, oh, well, glad that's over. It's like, no, there's recovery and, they went through a lot, so, you ladies go through a lot. So,
Well,
well, hey, hands down to you guys, man. Y'all are amazing. But yeah, I mean, no, I'm not freaked out by it at all. There's, um, you're gonna get off balance. You're gonna do that kind of thing. But I've really been working and focusing on balance and shifting left to right and spinning, that kind of thing. Standing on my prosthetic as much as possible, like solo, like lifting your leg up, like flamingo style, seeing how long you can kind of, because that's tough, man. That's really tough. If your foot can't do that kind of, kind of rocking back and forth, and you're basically dependent on your hips. So,
right. Thank you, Christy, by the way. I appreciate that. And she wants to know if you use a shower chair or bench, or do you take
I do.
baths?
Yep, I do. A shower bench.
Me too.
Yep, I do.
Yep.
I use that and just like the wand, and that's it basically. We have like a grab
Essentials.
handle. Huh?
Essentials. I said two essentials for an amputee: a hose, shower head, and a chair.
100%.
I
Yeah,
have
you're,
done
you're not
that.
going to stand up in a shower.
Well, I have done that, but I've also fallen. So yeah, don't do that.
Nope.
Save your
Nope.
pride. Get the chair.
Yep. 100%. So yeah, definitely get you a chair and a wand. And if you feel necessary, we did and still have it, still use it to this day. I got it when we were like, or I was like brand new at this, but it's just a suction shower handle, like it stays on the
Yep.
wall, like a grab handle. And man, that thing's really strong. Like, I mean, it would pull the tile off the wall before it actually comes off the wall itself. So, you know,
The
but
more you know.
those three
See?
things right there. What's that?
I said the more you know. The little.
Yeah, 100%. But
So, what kind of work do you do?
I was a tile setter for a long time, but right now there's not doing anything at the moment. Basically full time dad, but
That's a hard job too.
it is, yeah. But I have things that generate income through this channel and merch, that kind of thing. So it does all right, but
Yeah, if
mainly
you
right
come up
now,
with some
no.
bright,
There's
like neon or rainbow merch, I'd be happy to buy that.
I'll get to work on it tonight. You got it. Don't you worry, I got you covered.
Okay. What are you going to tell your kids to, help keep them? Like, I was worried when my kids went to school about like dropping off my kids and having the other kids see me and teasing them. What are some things that you're going to tell your kids to help, you know, I guess, shield them or give them, good responses back to the other kids?
It's just words. That's all it is. Don't worry about it. I always say that at the end of my videos. Don't give a flying fuck what anybody else says about you, because at the end of the day, it don't matter. And that's basically what I'll instill in them is, you know, people say what they want. They can dig and dig and dig at you just to try to get a response out of you. And
Right.
you don't give in to that, and you'll be fine. People get bored of you.
I have to say I've given into that a couple times, but I was younger then.
Oh no, mean words hurt me so much.
Yeah, there's only a few that you could say that would just push those buttons right away, but
Yeah. No, I get ugly comments like all the time, and it's just like, oh, okay, sure, whatever. Just again,
You're
let it
just
roll off
jealous.
your back. Yeah, it don't matter. It's just words. Now, physical stuff like that, that's a little different. It's like, hey, don't touch me. But like on the internet and stuff like that, you're gonna get rude comments and stuff all the time, that kind of thing. In person, people, especially kids are just cold hearted. I mean, they don't care. Like they'll just cut each other down, and there's no couth as far as like the little ones go. And yeah, I mean, I'm gonna tell them to don't sweat it. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's just words.
And this is the other co-host, Tarna. I noticed a couple of you have noticed her. Sorry, she's very attention wanting right at the moment.
Yeah, she's a big girl. That's
she's
awesome.
she's an English Mastiff. She's 165 pounds.
Oh my goodness.
So
So you basically have a cow running
I
loose in
do.
your house, so
I
or a
do.
moose.
I was going
Wow.
to say, do you have any animals? Because do you find that like animal hair gets on your liner and I'm constantly picking fur off my liner so it doesn't embed in my stump. Have you ever had
Yeah.
that happen?
We don't have any fur babies whatsoever. We're more reptile people here,
Well,
so but yeah, they don't really shed too much. Well, I mean they shed, but not really hair or anything.
not
But
where you're
I
on
could
your liner.
imagine because of the texture of the liner itself, it would just be basically like a big magnet to it.
So I guess what would you, if you could go back to yourself before you lost your leg, what would you say to prepare yourself? Words of wisdom would you give?
Like what would I tell myself? You know, be ready for this on the other side, kind of thing. Um, Not to be kind of depressing or anything. Immediately seek out mental help for this. Like instantly look for somebody to talk to about this and get that ball rolling as fast as possible. Even if you don't feel it right now, still, still get that ball rolling as quick as possible because the gravity of the situation hasn't really hit you yet, but it's
Right.
coming. Don't worry. It's on its way. I didn't do that, and that really, I think, I'm paying for it now for sure. Because I mean, once the PTSD part of it and that kind of stuff sets in, it's there, and it's almost impossible to get rid of. So
Have you sought help for it recently?
I'm in the process of doing that right now. So, which is a lot of the reasons I haven't been posting much on here or haven't been as active on YouTube as I used to be.
Well, I just want to say thank you. This channel is amazing. I'm glad that I ran across it. You put out and do so much good for everyone and give out really good information and you show what your lifestyle is. And that's amazing. And so thank you.
I appreciate that. I really do. I mean, I started this because there's a lot of people in the amputee space. There's Ben Lavelle, there's Footless Joe, Nick One Leg, Limb Lost Boss. There's people like this, but there's no way to actually reach out and talk to them. I mean, look at my description. There's my email right there. It's literally motivatedoneleger@gmail.com. Hit me up. Ask me questions. I got you. And I will take time to talk to you and be, a part of your journey and help you get through that best I can. And why do I do that? Because I didn't have anybody to do that for me. There wasn't anybody I really knew to shout out to besides my own prosthetist, who he is actually an amputee himself. And yeah, I mean that's the reason I basically did this, because there wasn't anybody else really talking about this stuff. It's not going to draw like a million subscribers or anything like that, but hey,
You never know.
yeah, if it helps, if I help 500 people That's awesome. If I help 5 people, I'd be just
Right.
completely stoked. Do you know what I mean? That's
Right.
all I really care about. I just want people to walk away with some kind of knowledge and some kind of idea of realizing that, hey, this, yeah, it sucks, but okay, cool, my life isn't over. Look at this dude, he's out here doing all kind of crazy shit. So hey, there you go.
That's awesome. And it looks like you have loved audience. So,
Oh, they're, man, some of the most amazing people in the world. Some of the most amazing people in the world come and hang out here, man. I'm completely stoked that they're all, every single one of you guys. Miss Christy, Jennifer, Miss Denise, Cam here. I saw you. Loki, what's up, brother? Yeah, all you guys, man. Thank y'all for being here for real. And as you can tell, I'm kind of losing my voice. Blue eyes, good seeing you. I'm getting over a cold, so my voice is kind of like this. So I apologize. Miss Christy Yant still here. Jennifer, good seeing you. So, go ahead. I apologize. If you
no,
have
you're
anything.
fine. Um, okay. So I think we're all adults here, right? And I have kind of a personal question to ask, and you don't have to answer, but have you found that intimacy is more difficult, or do you shy away, or is that something that even doesn't even bother you?
Nope.
Because I know that's asked quite a lot of me actually.
Yeah,
Is this an issue for you?
not at all. Not at all. Firing on all cylinders.
Well, that's a happy wife is a happy life.
Yeah, no, I mean, not really. Not as much. I mean, certain things that you used to be able to do, you you know, can't really do that as much anymore.
Right, right.
Say it's
You have to learn to get a little inventive.
yeah, it's hard to stand on one leg for a long period of time and keep that rhythm going.
Right.
Anyway,
Sorry, I know. Little, I just, it's something I get asked all the time, and I wasn't sure, if I'm sure it's something that people worry about a lot. Am I going to be able to do those things? Am I going
yeah.
to, and yes, you are still able to perform, and you just got to get a little, think outside the box.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. And not to sound weird, but I'm sure that there's a lot of chicks out there that's like, kind of would dig it, be like, I think it's cool, or something like that. I don't know. And not like devotees or anything like
I
that. I'm
was going to
saying like,
say,
yeah, not that. That's a totally different world altogether. I'm talking about just people that would think your story is cool. It makes you look kind of badass, that kind of thing.
right. I was going to say, yeah. Have you had any devotees before, or attempts to?
No, I have several videos on my channel kind of going against devotees, and I go at them hard. Devotees in the BIID community, they don't really like me whatsoever. They struck my channel several times. Yeah, that was bad. Like, I was completely locked out of my channel for like 15 days or something because I made a video and they like struck my channel and I couldn't. I mean, I could get on my channel and stuff, but I couldn't post anything. I couldn't,
Oh,
like, nothing. Everything's just frozen. I could delete stuff. That's all you can do.
see, I
But
keep
nope.
trying to find one that'll pay my bills, but I'm just kidding.
It's like, well, what you looking for, man?
Right?
No, absolutely not. We do not cater to that whatsoever. Which that's always what I was telling you before is that was always my big rule on the channel as far as like with guests and stuff go is we have 3 things as no religion, no politics, and we will never ever ever show your stump on this channel.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Yeah, ever. I even if a person's like, well, here, let me show you. I'm like, no, like I'll drop you down and you won't even like nobody's gonna see it, because
Yeah, because there's the wrong people, that follow
exactly,
things like this.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we're not catering to that whatsoever. So, um, but yeah, that's always been my big thing is yeah, the devotees are not big fans of mine. So
I was talking to a few people, and a lot of them are very insecure about what their stump looks like because you're talking about not showing it or whatnot.
mhm.
Um, do you in person have a problem showing your actual stump?
No, no. Like if I go to a hospital or something like that, and there's a new amputee like right there, I'll show them if they like want to see what what it looks like after the fact. I'm not just like, hey, check this out, but I'm just like, would you like to see what it actually, what yours will look similar to, that kind of thing. Because you can
Right.
look at pictures and that kind of thing, but until you actually see, I mean, don't really be touching me. I'm not really too crazy about that, but, I will stand at a distance and be like, this is more or less, that's what it's going to look like more or less when it's all said and done. So, you know, but not really, not as much. The internet's a totally different world because
Mhm.
those images can go out to God knows where, literally all over the world. So, but if it's just like me and another person, and they're curious, then it's just like, yeah, I'll show like amputees, not just like any old random ass person. It's like, hey, let me see. It's like, no. But for like educating people that want to see what it actually looks like, I'll show them what the stump looks like. I'll, let them hold my leg if they want to, and like let them move it around and like look at it, and and it's just like, this is what yours is going to look like. This is what yours will, it's going to be definitely. I don't know. Not all legs are the same. Not all limbs, your
They're not.
components and stuff are the same. So I don't really like letting anybody compare. It's like yours is going to look exactly like this.
Mhm.
It's just like, well, the dude that came and saw me, his don't look like this. It's like,
Right.
well, don't. They're mine is a hydraulic knee. And there's like mechanical knees and sea legs and all that stuff. So I don't know what their insurance company is going to give them. So,
Right. Yeah,
um,
I wanted to put that out there because a lot of people are really insecure about the way their stump looks or healed or the scarring or things like that. And mine looks like Joe Camel from the Camel cigarettes. That's what it looks
it's
like. That's why I
like
call him
a
Joe.
fist kind of.
It's down like this, and I even have the scar where it opened up, so it's like there's this like mouth,
Yeah.
and it's really unique to me, and I just wanted let everybody know that it's your stump is beautiful, it is unique to you, and it is okay. It doesn't
Yeah.
make you ugly. Heck,
No.
bedazzle it, make it yours.
Yeah, yeah, that's the thing that I think a lot of people loved about you is, you came on here and was just like, yeah, so what? I'm Tammy, but I look at me, I don't care. And that was very refreshing, I think, for a lot of amputees to see that, It's like, wow, she's been at it for quite a while, But I did have messages sent to me, like, I mean, quite a few that was just like, she was awesome, she was so cool.
Oh, thank
But
you.
that's I wanted to, yeah, I wanted you to know that for sure.
So yeah, I was just curious how you felt about that. And then I didn't know even what a devotee was until this last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's putting the word out to that. Be careful.
Yep.
Um, how do you feel about driving? I mean, do you do an automatic? Do you have like adjustment for what is it called? A paddle, a shifter, or because you look
Um.
like a truck man to me.
No, actually, no. I'm a Jeep guy. And I definitely. I mean, my second day from being home in the hospital, I was going to Walgreens to get my medicine. So, I mean, I've still got my right foot and I drive an automatic. And yeah, I mean, I just hop in and go. I would pull my walker like to the side of the car and kind of fold it up and kind of pick it up and put it over in the seat next to me. But I mean, even now with my prosthetic and stuff, I'll just fold it up, put it in like over by the door there, and kind of unfold it and stick it down there. and yeah, away we go.
And just to answer your question, one of the commenters, I've been an amputee for about 30 years. So that's why I was curious.
Oh yeah, no, Miss Tammy's been at it a long time.
Yeah, since I was a kid.
Yeah.
Um, have you ran into anybody with stump phobias?
No, no, I've heard about it, but no, I never have. My most or the closest thing to that would be somebody who said it was gross.
Mm.
And then I mean I didn't care. It wasn't like my feelings are hurt, but it was more or less I walked away from it like it's a prosthetic leg. How is that gross?
Right.
Because I had my leg on. I was just standing there, and there was like a teenage girl, and you could see like she was like bumping her friend, and then her friend looked at her like what, and she looked over and she goes, "Oh my god, that's gross." And I was like, "It's it's like hydraulic parts, and
Right.
it's
It's
metal. What's gross about it?" I
mechanical.
don't, that was the weirdest I think reaction I've ever had of that.
Huh.
But no, never anybody that's been, you know, red dog stump phobia. Oh man, you've
It's
missed
true.
a whole bunch of
There's such a
clippable
thing.
moments. Do what?
There's such a thing as people with stump phobia. They have it. I don't know what it's actually called, but I ran into two in my lifetime that were, you know, she would see
Never.
it and actually pass out, like turn white and just go like,
Wow.
yeah,
Never. Not once. Not one time. That's yeah. No, I mean, maybe I have and just didn't know it. Like
right,
like somebody would see you and just kind of be like, "Oh," and then just kind of walk away from you briskly without being like, "You're scary," and letting it be known. But
yeah, keeping it to
not.
themselves.
Yeah, yeah. Kind of maybe if that happened, they kind of just like briskly walked away from me real fast or something. I don't know.
Well, with how like I don't know knowledgeable and mechanical you are with your legs, have you ever thought about going into designing them?
I have actually, and me and my prosthetist have actually talked about that as well at Bulow. Um, it is a course that you can go through, and it's like a trade school kind of thing, and basically you just be building legs and that kind of thing. But as far as like CAD and designing that kind of stuff, you could, but as far as like selling products to other companies, like other prosthetic companies, that kind of thing, they're kind of close guarded on their stuff. They'll basically take your design and probably steal it, and then put their own out. Next thing you know, you have the Oshore whatever, or Oser whatever. And he's like, "That's my design. Like that's straight up
Right.
my design." But I mean, yeah, I would absolutely love to do that. That would be awesome.
Well, it's something you should definitely get into, and then you can, what is it, copyright it or not copyright it?
Yeah,
Uh, where you put your own tag on it, so nobody can take it.
yeah, brand it.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. No, I got what you're saying.
And then, yeah, because I mean, like someone was saying about 3D printing, JFID brought up the 3D printing. Is that something that you,
It wouldn't be strong enough, really. I mean, what do you think?
I'm
Because
thinking
that's just
if
like a
you could do a
polymer.
shell,
What's that?
3D printed shell, like where it
Yeah.
would have all these cool designs and you can clip it on. But to actually have just a socket like that, I don't think it would hold up either.
No, the integrity wouldn't be. It wouldn't be there. I mean, you would snap it. Your test socket, that acrylic test socket, would be more stronger than that. I feel. But no, not really. I mean, they're trying to get into the 3D printing part of the whole prosthetic world, but so far there's nothing that's really stuck. It's always just been kind of testing phase on everything, and that's from everything from like feet to sockets to even pylons and that kind of stuff. So,
If you can make your leg look a certain way, what would you want it to look like?
I mean, I'm actually really stoked with the way it looks right now. Do you mean like how would I design the socket or like the whole leg altogether?
Just, I mean, do you have like, would you want it to look more realistic? Would you want it to stay the mechanical components? Would you, since you're an above the knee,
Mm-hmm.
they make for below the knees the ones that are skin toned, and so that
Mm-hmm.
it tries to be as much as realistic as possible.
Yeah,
So,
sleeves.
how would you do that? With a above the knee, it's not as easy. So, I mean, is that something that?
No, I've never wanted to hide it, not once. I mean, all my jeans and stuff are. I don't wear full leg jeans at all. Like all my jeans are cut on one side, like on one leg. So that prosthetic's just sticking out there all the time.
That's how I feel too. That's why mine's always so bright and colorful. And if I could, I'd make mine look like a lava lamp.
Yeah, remember we were talking about that.
I
Having
really,
like
really
a
want a lava
liquid
line leg.
between with the shell. Yeah,
Yeah,
we were
and
already
it has
talking
the
about that.
oil and
I'm stoked. Like that needs to happen. That for real needs to happen. Like,
I'm just not sure how they would make it strong enough to hold my weight. So
well, you'd still have to have the carbon fiber underneath it. Like you're just gonna have to have the carbon fiber no matter what. But you could paint it, or I don't know. I was gonna say like plastic dip it or something, but that'd probably just come off. But yeah, I'd say you could like paint it or dip it or something like that, or maybe dye it somehow. I don't know how you'd do that, but yeah, we're gonna brainstorm. We're gonna come up
right,
with something for sure.
we're gonna figure this out.
Yeah. Look, I love the what's up, cowboy? Good seeing you, brother. Make it look like an arm. People look anyway. Give it something to look at. You just have another arm down there on the ground walking with you. That would be
Wouldn't the
awesome.
footprints be quite interesting? You got a handprint and a footprint.
Yeah, or get like a giant chicken leg or like a rooster leg or something,
Right.
or like a dinosaur foot. That would be badass. A lava lamp would be badass. I agree. I totally agree. That was her idea. She came up with that last time she was on the show, and yeah, I'm totally stoked for that. So we're gonna figure something out. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. It's gonna
Yeah, we'll have to
happen.
get together and brainstorm.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hit you up out of the blue one day, and I'll be like, check this out, and you'll be like, what the fuck is he talking about? Oh, cool.
See, now I got you on it where you're gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna go create something.
Oh, dude, the wheels are turning. Like my gears are turning. I'm telling you, I'm stoked. I'm ready.
Oh, that's a thought. JFID was about what about an acrylic shell, like with the acrylic nails?
Well, that's kind of what we were talking about. Having your like your let's see, like having your socket, and then having like a layer over that that
Yeah,
kind of
because
wraps
you would have to
around.
have, and it would
Yeah,
have to
with
be clear.
with like the liquid inside of it.
Yeah.
But as far it's gonna have to be that carbon fiber. I don't know any other stronger clear plastic or clear you know material.
And
So
if you could put, I wonder if you could put like, no, I don't know. I was going to say lighting at the top to make the illuminate the actual oil, but I'm not sure how you
yeah,
would do that. The possibilities are endless, though. You are right,
absolutely, hundred
Shane.
percent. Yeah, for sure. Because I mean, see if I can, there it goes.
That's what you need to do. You need to have your next episode with all the questions that you get from your commenters.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I have a couple videos on my channel. It's just like kind of AMAs, ask me anything, and I generally get a lot of good questions as far as those go. But yeah, I'll put out like a community post or something like that. It's just like ask me anything you want. I don't care as far as prosthetics and that kind of stuff goes. But or epoxy on the outside. Um, what it is, it's not epoxy. It's like this. It's a hardener basically that they mix up. It's a clear liquid with this brown stuff that they put, and they mix it up in just like a little 1 gallon bucket with like a drill mixer, and then they put it in this bag, and they stretch the carbon fiber material like around the shell, and then from that it's attached to this bag, and they start just kind of like bringing it down through there, and they'll take a rope or like a string, and you'll see them go like down the edges of it and that kind of stuff, and it drags all that down to the bottom of it, and that's kind of how they do that. Um, but no, they don't clear coat it or anything like that. Once it's done, it's done. Like it just comes out that natural kind of shiny look to it, you know. And it's pretty thin. So sorry if that was loud.
Or they'll put fabric over it if you want fabric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like they did with yours, you know.
Yep.
So, but yeah, there you go. Let's see.
I love that you're just so knowledgeable. Like, you just.
Man, I go like full force on things that I get interested in, you know, things that grab my attention. You know, I want to know everything about it. You know, I don't want to just know a few things. I want to just like jump in full, you know, both feet first. That's kind of what I did with this stuff, because it's kind of like if you're, you know, whatever, you race motorcycles. Well, you better get pretty knowledgeable on how to build motorcycles and how to work on it when the shit goes, you know, hits the fan. So, a heat shrink wrap, yes, you can do that, 100%. Absolutely. They do that around here. I mean, I'm sure any kind of wrap place would probably do one for you, so that'd be kind of cool, actually.
Denise, he can give you my information at any point. That's totally fine. I'm totally down to discuss ideas of legs with you if that's what you want.
Yeah, 100%, absolutely. Yeah, I'll put Miss Tammy's contact info in the description down here when this show's over. So I'll put like your address and phone number, all that stuff.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Everything, you know, social.
You know, anything you want to send me, you know.
Yeah, we'll make it real easy to get a hold of you, okay? Never.
Oh, that's funny.
Tattoo guy with airbrush. That's kind of cool.
That's a thought.
Yeah. I just
You
wonder
would have
if
to sugarcoat it,
airbrushing,
though.
I think it would rub off, especially if you use like sleeves over your socket. Like over time, I got a feeling like that would probably pull it off, you know. But
yeah, you would definitely have to do a coat over the top, a laminate coat maybe, or something after you spray painted it.
yeah.
I was wondering if you were going to ask about that or mention that.
Oh, we are. Don't worry, we are. He said, "Laugh, people." That's Cowboy. I love Cowboy. He's awesome. Well, Miss Tammy, thank you so much for just being your awesome self and coming on and hanging out with us. I do got to draw it to a close because I got to do dad stuff, unfortunately, or not unfortunately, but I got to unfortunately draw it to a close so I can go do dad stuff. There we go. Sorry about that, y'all. It sounded horrible. But yeah, thank you for just coming on, being your awesome self and just hanging out, being our gracious host tonight and just being a part of this channel, you know.
Absolutely. Anytime. I had a great time. It was great seeing everybody and reading the comments, and you were fantastic. I appreciate you so much.
Thank you very much. We'll do like a wrap up kind of, or, you know, not a wrap up show, but kind of a thing where a lot of guests come back if they want to, you know, that kind of deal. And so, hey, you know, if you want to come back and hang out with us on that. Yeah, it'll be like 5 or 6 amputees just sitting around shooting.
That'd be awesome.
So that's what we do. But yeah, we have a good time with it. So, but thank you again. I greatly appreciate you. I'm gonna drop you down, and everybody, please give Miss Tammy a huge round of applause for coming and just being our awesome, gracious host tonight. She stepped in literally at the 11th hour, so, you know, I appreciate that. We had some technical difficulties, but it was 100% my fault.
Night, guys.
But with that, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate you. Bye. All right, everybody. I'm sorry I'm losing my voice, but I want to sincerely thank all you guys. You know, I'm not going to get mushy and spin and be long winded, that kind of stuff, but I want to sincerely thank all you guys for coming this entire season and just checking things out. If you've learned something, that's amazing. If you come just because, hey, you like motivated one legger and you just want to come hang out, see what he's up to, I greatly appreciate that too. Um, like I said, we put 2 seasons in the books this year, and I'm super super stoked with that. It's only going to get better. We're going to improve our gear. I won't be as fuzzy when we come back for 2025 for season 3. We'll have more guests. We'll have some people from the excuse me, from the amputee coalition that are going to come on and talk to us. Some people from Bulow are going to come on and talk to us. So I've got some pretty big people that I've been working on, some corporations, that kind of thing, that are interested, as well as my representative from Vans, who would he wanted to come on, Raul, and kind of explain a little bit about why a one-legged dude's YouTube channel is sponsored by a channel like a company like Vans. So in 2025, we're going to really step up our game. We're going to also have amazing people like Miss Tammy, who you've seen tonight. We're going to have back some of our fan favorites that we have had on here. Some of the people that, you guys have really seemed to respond to and think, a lot of. And for that, I greatly appreciate it. So, having said all that, I want to sincerely thank all you guys. I know I'm getting long-winded here, but I really do appreciate it. And with that, that brings the 2024 season to a draw. Everybody stay happy, safe, sane, motivated. Don't look back. Don't give a flying fuck what anybody else says about you, because it really don't matter. I'll see you soon.